and welcome to the space that gives you inspiration on work, on life, and how to balance both worlds. So, this week, I want to continue from last week. We were talking about work systems, okay? If you missed that video, I'll leave a link to that video in the description box or somewhere up here so you can catch up, because now we're going to the next system. We went through three management systems that I think you need, and so now we're moving on to the next three. I shared that. I told you there would be six. So another system that I believe that you need is file management. Now, gone are the days when you could buy a file, put in the documentation, print, put inside file, and then that's it, and then keep it for 2 years, 3 years, and then you dispose of. These people's offices that you go to, and they are packed full of files from before I was born, and that's a long time ago, I tell you. So right now we are moving to a place where file management should be done online, right? And kind of like the basic file management system that you need is one that's actually available and it's been available for years, right? Just that people don't like to use it. But think about it. So one such file is Google Drive. You want to just be able to scan the documents that you want to file and then upload them to your Google Drive. And then from Google Drive, you've opened up different folders and different where you can put all of these files. Even receipts, okay? I'm now moving, for example, the Cradle, from having physical receipts to actually taking a picture of the receipt and uploading it onto our Google Drive. Because guess what happens? Most of the receipts that we get, especially from like supermarkets, and a lot of the stuff that we buy is from supermarkets, by the time the year has ended and the auditor is coming in to look at our receipts, guess what? They already faded, okay? So now we're in a place where I want us to start taking pictures of this receipt, upload it into Google Drive, so that when the auditors come at the end of the year, we're able just to give them a link to all of our receipts that they can see, and if they need them, they can actually print them so that they can have a physical copy. Will we keep the physical copies? Yes, that's fine. But because I know also our country hasn't yet moved to that place where, URA will still. Anyway, one day URA will arrive. By the time they're doing the new system that they're doing now, it looks like one day they'll be able to allow our online upload of our receipts. So I'm not worried. I know that soon everybody else will catch up, especially after the pandemic. Everybody knows now how important it is to take your business online or to use technology sufficiently for you to be able to do your business. So the likes of URA should be able to catch up or have already caught up. So we should be good. Now, the second management system that's not the second, since we did three, this is now the fifth. The fifth management system that you will need is a time management system. You need a system where people can be able to tell what they're supposed to do and in what period of time. So usually if you have the project management system, it will also do your task management system. I should have mentioned that last week. There is possibly a system that you can have which is a task management system, but it really just comes under the project management system. So if you have a task management system, you want to have also a time management system, so that you're ensuring that the tasks that need to be done are being done in the time that they should be done. If, for example, you're supposed to do a grant proposal for 5 days, right? That it should actually be done in the 5 days, okay? And that if someone realizes, and that's maybe week 20 of the year, okay? And if by week 20 of the year they are seeing that they're going to have a challenge, you should be able to report earlier and say, well, I'm not going to be able to finish by this time. I need help. I need your support. And then you're able to work with them on getting that task that they're supposed to do in time. okay, because everything is being followed systematically. So you do need a time management system. Now, I like schools because schools actually have a lot of time management. You hear bells. Bells are a good thing to have in your time management system. So I remember there was a time, even at home, I was trying out a time management system where the alarm would go off for the kids to go to the next task that they're supposed to go to in their routine. And I didn't go very far because I was having to use my phone, and my phone was always ringing, and I would be in the bathroom and they would not hear it. But if I could, I would have a bell so that they know now it's time to move on to your next activity. But you're just making sure that people finish their work in the time frame that they are required to finish that work. The sixth one is that you will need is a communication management system to handle communications. So right now, to be honest, I'm still really using the basic ones for texts, for calls, for emails, for videos, for meetings. To be honest, I'm still using the basic ones. I've not yet gotten a system that can put all of them together because I don't know if anyone has created one, but at least I'm aware of all the communication that needs to happen and that I need to be able to manage all of our communications. So right now we use a lot of, in life, we use texts. So that's either via WhatsApp or people will usually create groups for their workplaces. And this thing of having 100 groups in your workplace, my gosh, they are so tiring because you're just like, can't we just put this information together? So I know that in the past, people used to have intranet, but it was not very personal. Like when people would go home, they would close off. But WhatsApp allows you kinda to continue working even when it's not work time. You know what I mean? So I feel that that system hasn't yet come through. But in essence, when it comes to text, we like to use WhatsApp. So let's look at the first ways people communicate, and that's via text. And so you could be sending a message via the phone or even via WhatsApp. Do people still send messages using the phone app, like the one that's written messages? I think I just use it to receive mobile money notifications and things like that. But for someone to write me a text, anyway, still happens. So text via phone app and also via WhatsApp. So the truth is I prefer on WhatsApp to use voice notes because when you're writing, a written message can be misconstrued depending on the person that is reading a message. If they are upset by something else or they think you're upset with them, a message you send might come off like you're shouting, you're screaming, and yet you possibly aren't. So I actually prefer to use my voice because then at least you can hear the sincerity in my voice or the true state of my emotions in my voice as opposed to in a message where you're guessing what my emotions are like. So that's under texts. Calls, we don't use them a lot because so much communication goes through, and because of the way my life is, you can call me and a few seconds later I'm just like, what did we just talk about? What are we talking about? You know, and so very many times when people call me, I'll have that conversation and then I'll say something like, hey, do you think you can write me up either an email or a message or a voice note on WhatsApp to just tell me what we've agreed here? Because I know immediately I switch off, I'm possibly not going to remember what we're talking about. And then emails. Emails are really good. I like emails, but because of the way my schedule has become, one, I have so many email addresses and I'm trying to now put all my emails in one inbox. And I was just researching the other day and Gmail has something like that. It does Outlook and Gmail together. So Gmail for all inboxes. So I want to actually try that one out where I can have all my emails. But the truth is I have different email addresses. And I think I've shared with you guys, I'm those people who, I don't want anyone to open a Gmail in my names. So every Gmail that has any sort of formation of my name, I have it. ManuelaPMulondo, ManuelaPMulondo, ManuelaPatrito Mulondo. Anyway, I have all of those emails. I have all of those emails, but I also do have them for different reasons. There are some which I have for online, when you go online and you're on a website that you like and you want to get something from them, or you want to get newsletters from them. Or by the way, if you want to get a newsletter from me or hear what I'm up to, sign up to the ManuelaPMulondo.com newsletter. So actually I have an entire email address where I just get newsletters. And there are times when I'll just go in and I'll read, because a lot of the information that they send is really good. So I will go to that email, search the person in particular that I want to, and I'll sign up for newsletters in marketing, newsletters in childcare, newsletters in marriage, love and marriage, newsletters in parenting. So when I'm feeling a certain way and I'm kind of relaxed, I'll usually go to that email and check up the person who I'm maybe following under, whose newsletters I'm getting maybe under childcare, maybe like the childcare business boss. And I would search and then see what's going on in that area. So I have an email for that. And then I also have an email for just business, like real business, ManuelaPMulondo.biz@gmail.com. So for anyone buying products, that's the email that I have. Then I have an email for business, and that is more official business. So the other business is really business from people that I maybe quote unquote customers, right? But then this one is for clients, right? So I will get, like, if I have a funder for Alia's Foundation, they are writing to me and our Gmail address. Usually I will have a particular Gmail address that I use for that. So I have different Gmails that now I do want to put in one inbox so that I can be able to access them in one inbox, because sometimes I leave one inbox over the other, because I also do it systematically when I'm trying to read my emails. Under videos, there is one video app that I've learned of, but it really is supposed to be, so the reason that's why I was looking at this as an option under our communication management system is because at the Cradle, what happens is that many times we're not able to attend meetings all at once. So this video app is called Loom, and essentially you record videos either via phone or on camera. So I want to do it via phone, and then be able to send communication to an entire team using video. So when they have the time, they're able to access it. You can screen record, you can do so much. So if you wanted to show a quick message on something, we can use Loom, and then the staff members that are supposed to access it, that particular meeting, and maybe we're not able to be there, or somebody that you want to teach something on how to, maybe on the curriculum or something, you can be able to use Loom and they can be able to access it. They don't have to meet me in a private location. They don't have to do Zoom where we are both available, or where I have to record it and then keep it on the cloud and all of that. No. And then there's network issues. No, that doesn't have to happen. They can actually find the video way after I'm done recording and be able to access it and be able to get the communication that I wanted to give to them. And then obviously meetings, Zoom or Google Meet. So you're doing a lot of communications in meetings, and they're important. So using Zoom or Google Meet or all of those ones, especially after the pandemic. Now you're the pros. You became the pros. Anyway, so that's what I would say in terms of work. When you're looking at your work, what are some of the systems that you want to put in place for you to be able to do your work? Now, if this sounds like it's something that you want to start to learn to do, or at least to understand, I want to invite you to the Annual Personal Planning Getaway, where we'll be planning our personal lives, which also includes our work, because our work is actually a part of our lives. And we'll be planning for the year 2023. And I'd like to invite you to be a part of it. All the details on the venue and the fees are in the description box, or the first comment under this video. Okay? Until next time, I can't wait to see you. Bye-bye.